Good evening. I'm Joani Richardson, wife of Dr. Clay Richardson. I'm honored to be lighting the Lights of Love tree this year in his memory. I'd like to take a few minutes to share a bit of his story. Late last August, with a few odd symptoms and no other explanation, Clay got an MRI. The scan revealed a golf ball-sized brain tumor. Clay finished a typical workday one day, and a day later was told that he had primary brain cancer, that he needed immediate surgery, and that he had 18 months to live, if he was lucky. With this news, obviously, our lives came to an abrupt halt and our roles immediately shifted to patient and caregiver. I remember a few weeks after Clay's initial surgery, we were walking around Morganton and ran into a few people that we knew and realized firsthand how much this had impacted our lives. Clay was no longer the doctor, the Tar Heel fan, the traveler, the granddaddy. Clay was now the guy with brain cancer. I remember walking back home and Clay saying sadly, "I don't like being the sick guy." It was an unwelcome indication of our new identities. After Clay's surgery, his initial treatment was 7 weeks of radiation combined with oral chemotherapy. Of course, because of the pandemic, no visitors were allowed inside the building for radiation. Each day I would pull up to the curb, give Clay a kiss, tell him that I loved him, and tell him to kill those nasty cancer cells. He would give me a kiss, tell me that he loved me, say, "I got this," put on his mask and head into the building. The first few days were pretty nerve-wracking waiting in the car. What I quickly learned was that the people inside the building at the cancer center were good. They were kind to Clay. I know that they treated him with care and respect. He was getting radiation over Halloween and he came out that week and he said, "You have to do something for these people." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "We need to do something nice for these people for Halloween. They're working so hard in such weird circumstances and they're still pleasant. They're good people." It was a tremendous relief for me to know that my dear husband was in good and caring hands, rather than worrying the whole time. Not just about how the treatment was going, but about how he was doing overall. Clay and I were very fortunate that I could stop work to be with him. I imagine that most people don't have that luxury. My heart goes out to all those who are trying to figure out who's going to get a family member to appointments, how they're going to come up with the money for gas, how they can take care of their kids and also their loved ones. Godspeed to all those traveling this path. Clay didn't have tons of side effects initially, but he did have a lot of fatigue and a really dry mouth. When I would ask him how he slept, he would say, "My mouth is so dry, it makes me crazy. I wake up all the time." We ended up keeping mouth spray by the bed, in the bathrooms, in the car. I began investing in Yeti thermal cups because really cold ice water was a must. These may seem like little things, but those things that are seemingly small are really big in a life with cancer. Getting the medications you need, transportation, dry mouth spray. It's a difference between at least a little peace of mind and anxiety. The difference between a reasonable night's sleep and sleepless nights. It's about the person's comfort and integrity when comfort and integrity are among the things that matter the most. It's about feeling cared for and about when your world is falling apart. Clay passed away 11 months after his diagnosis. The journey the past 15 months has been tough, but I will be forever grateful for the compassionate care that Clay received. I'm grateful to everyone who has donated to assist the patients and families going through treatment. Thank you for supporting Lights of Love.